Alrighty, guys. I know I talked to y'all before, or maybe I didn't talk to y'all before about me picking up this 60 Ford and a 62. My dad, he wound up buying these two trucks out of New Mexico. I found them online there, and I sent him a picture, and he really liked them. So we wound up taking and going down there, and I sent my guy down there, Ricky, to pick them up for me. And he got back with these yesterday. He got back Friday night with these. Yeah, he got back Friday night with these two trucks here, and I just wanted to show y'all. It does have a little bit of rust in it, not a ton of rust, but it overall is in really good shape to be a 1960. The patina on this thing is just unreal, guys. I wish y'all could. If I had it outside, you could probably see it a whole lot better. We got a little bad spot on the door here. We'll pop this piece here out, but we're not going to fix nothing on this truck. We're going to leave this truck exactly the way that it is. We're going to take and we might put that one stuff on there to kind of clean it up a little bit, but other than that there, I don't think we're going to. We want to leave it as original as possible. Only thing we're going to really do is redo the engine. All the brakes and axle seals and, all that kind of stuff there. But you can see here the patina on this thing, guys, is, I know the lighting's not the best here, but this is all just, the surface rust kind of stuff here. The driver's window was the only window that we had that was, the passenger side window, sorry, was the only window that wasn't busted out. The driver's window, it is busted out. But I've seen a hell of a lot worse. As far as rusted out, the only place rusted is just right here on this little spot here, is where this is rusted out. The floor is good here. All this other stuff here is really good. Maybe one little small spot right there, but the rest of it is in perfect shape. This is a bunch of rat shit in here. We got to get all that cleaned out. You got the glove box. The glove box inside there is perfect. Nothing there. Still got the tag on there, and little ashtray there. But the dash, it's just dual from where it's been sitting. Got the headliner here. It's kind of falling down. We'll get that there fixed. But the bottom of the doors, guys, that's just where the rubber goes. But they're in perfect shape. No rust in the doors at all. And boy, that thing, it shuts really good. As far as the hood and all that stuff there, it's it's maybe there might be a little scuffle right here, maybe something right there, maybe a little ding right there. The rest of it's good. Just a small little spot of rust here and just a little bit right there. But all the rest of the stuff up in here, guys, all the inner fenders, all up inside here, all that there is immaculate. The frame and everything is perfect. Every 59 or 60 models that I get, everybody welds these on here. I don't know if it's I don't know if that's just a weak spot on the forge, from the pot rivets they put in there. I don't really know. If somebody could clarify that for me, I'd appreciate it, because every one that I've ever seen has always been, see, like this one here, it still has the pot rivets on this one, but that one over there doesn't. But this side here, same way, guys. Got a little spot there and a little spot right there on the cab mount there. This is just surface rust here. It ain't all the way through yet. All this up in here is in immaculate shape. The frame's really good. I've never seen these kind of locking hubs on one of these trucks here, but it does have the factory 17.5 wheels on there. We'll open up this side here. This side here, guys, does have one little bad spot in the floor here, but we can fix that. That's about the only thing we're going to fix as far as rust goes. We're going to fix this little spot on the floorboard here. Fix the seat, of course, but it's got right there on the thing there. I'd say more than likely that's 105,000 miles on the truck is what, if I had to guess, that's more than likely that's what it is. I doubt it's only got 5,000 miles on it. But the back glass here, it's got one little crack in it. We'll probably leave that one in there just for the originality. And the windshield here has got one little spot there, but other than that there, the window's perfect. But I do got to get a driver's side window, which I do got one. I'll get one of those. But as far as the driver's side door here, it's perfect, guys. And then I'll show you underneath here on the bottom. I don't really want to lay down on the fucking ground too much, because there's out west there's the damn cactuses, and them damn things, they'll poke right in your shirt here. So I got to clean the shop again. And they got this one little spot here on the back cab corner right here. And like I said, guys, I bought this thing sight unseen, and I didn't, a guy sent me a bunch of pictures of it. And to me, for what I paid for it, it's still in really good shape, because it is a factory 4-wheel drive. It was a one-owner truck, and the other cab's corner over there is good. But the frame and all that other stuff is good. You can see up in here, guys, all that stuff there is in really good shape. Just one little spot on the front of the bed there. We might fix that, we might not. A couple washers nest here, but the frame rails and all that stuff there are like I said, the rest of the bed and everything is perfect, guys. I mean, it is in really good shape, especially from, you know, around here in Kentucky, what we usually get, shit's all rusted down and everything else. But I never even got up here to look at the roof on it here. Yeah, you can see the roof. There's one little hole right there, but other than that there, it's just where somebody had a light or something. Other than that there, it's just got that, you know, that patina rust to it. Or patina, you know, where the paint's peeling off of from all the sand out there. Here's all this here. You can kind of see the whole truck is basically like that. The front floor piece right here, I don't know why that, you know, rusted out like that there, but it did. It looked like me it had something in here, and they took it out. But anyways, the only reason, like I said, we got this one here, we wanted this one as a driver. That's the whole reason we got this one. I knew it was rougher than the 62. I will show you the 62 here in a minute. But I knew that it was rougher than the 62. But in all, I had a killer patina on there, and I told Dad, I said, it'd be stupid for us to tear it apart and repaint it. Maybe one day he will, but until now, this is exactly the way that we're going to leave it, just like this here. And the grill and everything don't have, I mean, the grill does not have a single dent in the grill nowhere. And I mean, that's a beautiful front end on them trucks right there. I love them to death. It's got really nice bumpers on it. They're not all beat up. You can see here that, you know, the factory little Dana 44 front axle, all that kind of stuff there. As you can see here, guys, see like the spring bushing on this one here is wore out, and it's been wore out for a little bit. You can see there. We'll get some of that stuff there fixed. Ain't no big deal. Lift this hood here up. I did spray the hinges on it the other night whenever it got here, because the hinges were kind of, you know, really stiff from where it'd been sitting. And then we got like this little bracket right here that you know, somebody's got it wedged up there, but it's supposed to be right here with the little thing up underneath of it. We'll get that fixed. Yeah, we'll get that there fixed. Other than that there, as you can see here now, guys, the carburetor, it had a rag over it and stuff, so I don't know if the carburetor started leaking on it. And the guy, he just, what happened is, I'll take you back here before I get into this motor here. The guy that we got these trucks here from, he bought a farm out there in New Mexico, and these trucks were sitting on there, and they had been sitting, the 62 had been sitting inside, and this one right here had been sitting, it had been sitting right there, right outside the barn there, right in front of it or something like that. Been sitting there ever since, I think 1990 or somewhere around in there. The truck had been sitting there, 90, 95, somewhere around there. But anyways, it had been sitting on that farm there. The guy bought the farm, and all these trucks were sitting here. He never got these trucks transferred in his name. When he bought the farm, he got all the contents with the farm. So with that being said, these trucks are sitting on there, and he wanted to get the trucks up and going, but he just said he wasn't a mechanic and he couldn't get them, you know, didn't really want to mess with them. Anyways, the 60 here is the one that I originally seen on there, and this is the one that I originally talked to the guy about this truck here. And I seen this here, and then whenever I always ask him, say, hey, you got anything else for sale? He said, well, I got a 62 here that we're thinking about keeping, you know, just use around the farm here. I said, okay. I said, send me some pictures of that. And he sent me some pictures of 62, and I was like, oh, I got to have that thing. So these trucks here, the old man that had the farm, he bought both these trucks new. And like I said, the titles that I got are the original titles with the trucks. So these are pretty much one-owner trucks is what these here are. I don't know exactly what the guy had. I mean, he had about an 800-acre farm out there, so I'm assuming he just used this around his farm. So anyways, that's how the trucks here, that's how I got the truck, and that's kind of the story about behind these trucks here. And with that being said, this truck here, it's got the 292 in it. I got the breather sitting over here. This is the factory little, this is the factory little breather that goes on there, 292. 292, so that's exactly what it says. The VIN tag says that's what it is. The VIN tag says it's a 1960. It's a 1960. It's got a 292 in it, which is just 292, and it was made in Kansas City, Missouri. The other truck was also made in Kansas City, Missouri as well. So, with that being said, we took and we tried to turn it by hand. It wouldn't turn by hand. It was locked up. So I was like, okay, so let's pull all the plugs out of it and see what we got going on there. So I pulled all 4 of these spark plugs here out. All the plugs, guys, they look really good. You know, there's nothing wrong with nothing like that there. When I went to pull out this one over here on the front side here, it was extremely tight to get out of there. I was like, oh man, I hope I don't break this all. And you can see in my light here, you can see how nasty and corroded that is right there. So what happened is we took the Y pipe off. You know, we took the crossover pipe here off, and as soon as we took the crossover pipe off and the plug off, inside there it was just full of stuff. Not any other cylinder was. Every one of them was all just full of a bunch of shit. And what it was is a rat or a mice. I don't know what kind of rat I think it's a rat is what they have out there. But anyways, the rat crawled up the exhaust here and got right up in here. There's the flapper thing here for the, I guess when it gets, I don't know where it's at. Maybe it's over there. Anyways, right here it is. This little flapper here, whenever it's cold in wintertime, it'll kind of block this off to make the heat in the motor, you know, rise up faster. So we took that was right here, and what that did was what the mouse did was, the rat, he come all the way to the front of the motor as far as he could, and that's where he built his nest at, was right up in here. So when he built his nest up in here, he pissed and shit and all that, and went down inside that cylinder there, and it got down in there, and it got the cylinder stuck. So just luckily the cylinder's all the way at the top is where it's at. It's 100% dead top, right on top. But the valves, stuff like that there, I don't really know how bad it got those there. I might have to wind up pulling the valve cover off. I need to kind of get out there and pressure wash it off and get all this mouse shit off there. But for some reason, the old man did take the front off the carburetor here. I don't know if it was leaking or what exactly happened, but he did take his off. He had a rag and everything else over top of it. So, don't really know for sure what happened. The old man, he died back in the 90s. You know, not long after. He lived on that farm his whole life, and then the trucks had sit there since around the 90s. Like I said, he went in the hospital or something, couldn't be out there on that farm no more. The trucks just sit there on that farm. So can't know nothing about nothing. The guy bought him, he don't know nothing about him. So I'm kind of going into, you know, I kind of went into blind. But anyways, I've been letting it soak all night. I did put some transmission fluid down in this cylinder right here, guys. I don't think you can see it down in there. Let me get you. I'm never gonna get up here on top. You can see the transmission fluid that's sitting down inside there. Just kind of letting it soak. That was full, so it is going down inside the cylinder a little bit. I sprayed every cylinder with WD-40 on this side and that side there to see if maybe we can get this thing freed up. If we can't get it freed up, we'll pull the whole engine out of it, guys, and just rebuild the 312. Or I might put a 306 in there, but I'm trying to leave it as original as I can. I know some people, you know, they coyote swap these and all that kind of stuff there, and I mean that's cool and all. That's just what you're into, but I ain't saying that that's not what I'm into. I'm just saying I preferably like the original of it. I'm not going to drive this thing every day, and even if I did, I don't have to drive that far. You know, maybe 30 minutes to town, 30 minutes back to town. This little thing here will do me just fine, and I like the sound of these old Y blocks. So that being said, I just want to kind of give you guys an overview of this 1960 that we bought out of New Mexico as a one-owner truck. And I just want to see, like I said, I want to get y'all a video of it, and y'all can kind of see how we're going to take and try to get this motor freed up. That'll be my next video. My next video will be trying to get this motor unstuck. That'll be my next video. And then, like I said, I'm just going to try to do a whole video on this 1960 and that 1962. The 1962, I might work on the 62 before I work on this one. So with that being said, I'll take you out there now, and if the battery in my GoPro don't die, I'll take you out there and I'll show y'all the 1962. But I just want to kind of give you guys an overview of this 1960 Ford here that we picked up, and hope y'all guys like it as much as what we do. It is, like I said, I love these 59 60s. I'm more or less, I love a 59 because here's my 59 here. And what I like about my 59 is I like how it says Ford in the grill there. That's what I like about my 59 as far as this being a 60. I do like the 60. I don't like the 58. My dad, his 58, the hood on his 58 is totally different on his. And I know there's some stuff that I don't know about these. I'm learning on them because I mainly deal with 79s and you know, bump sides and dent sides. That's mainly what I deal with. But I'm more or less now going towards these the fridges. I really like the fridge, so that's I think I'm more or less leaning towards start working on these fridges more than anything. I wish there was somewhere out there where I could, you know, build these fridges for people, and, you know, they bring me their truck, I restore them for them, and then, you know, they come and pick it up. I'd like to do stuff like that there, but just don't have a market out there for us around here where we live at, you know, and I don't know a whole lot of connections to do stuff like that. So I'll just keep wrenching like I've been wrenching on the big heavy equipment, and that'll just be that, and I'll be happy doing that there as well. But if I could work on these on the side, restoring these, that would be awesome. So that being said, guys, I just want to give you, like I said, an overview of the truck here and show y'all guys what it looked like here. And like I said, on my next video, we'll try to get this motor unstuck and start working on it. Thanks again, y'all.